One, just coming up to 10 o'clock on June 19th, 2017. I come on about 10-15 minutes ago, but, well, not 10-15 minutes ago, maybe about 5-10. And I was like, uh-oh. I thought I loaded up my world save, and I was back to where I brought the crash save. I thought, oh no, what the hell did I do? And I guess it was because I basically loaded where I last loaded, which would have been the the recovery save. But anyways, everything's fine. We're good. Why does it keep on going back to? Oh, I gotta. Never mind. I'll get this. I was like, why is it at 35 seconds? You gotta hit apply, then you gotta hit freeze. Can't already be frozen before you can apply it, so, you know. Okay. So, feeling a little ambitious, ironically. The normal Sunday blah didn't start happening until today. After I woke up, I was like, oh my god, it's Monday again. But I'm out of that now. I wasn't in it on Sunday. Sunday I was in a good mood, I'm thinking. I'm finally shaking this thing, and I think the only reason why that was because I went right from my son to this. So I didn't have that in-between time where, you know, your mind starts getting to think about things and, you know, stuff you would be rather doing, or, you know, worries of the world. I don't know what else, but nothing. I was watching enough YouTube tonight, and then even a little bit last night, and it was just there's a lot of negative crap out there. So, and I mean, don't get me wrong, there's some justifiable, worrisome, negative crap. But anyways, enough of the negative crap. We're not. So I'm gonna push ahead. I don't know why I loaded the world save file. I'm trying to figure that one out. Why I was so worried about it, to be quite honest. I think I kind of went over this towards the end of last. Actually, I did. I think I'm pretty much set. I mean, the bottom line, if you weren't in the last video, and this isn't going to be a long one tonight, I'm not staying up very late to take around with this. Hopefully I get everything industry-wise done. I really want to get that part done. I'm not worried about the guides. It looks like we have a plan at least for Wednesday. And beyond, we've got... Basically, I've got until Sunday to get the industries in, worst case, but I want to be done right now. So, with that being said, let's see where we're at for industries. And it's probably where we were at about 5 days ago or something like that. So, it hasn't changed any. But, just want to see where we're at. Just to remind me. Okay. So yeah, it's still a fair amount. I think those industries were in, but I'm not 100% sure on that. There is some consist editing that I still have to do. Various places like Syracuse, I believe I have to check some of the strings there. But everything else, this is going to be the, got a lot of Selkirk, got 3-5 in Selkirk, and then you've got Albany. So you got 5 in Albany, 5 in Selkirk area that still need to be done, and 760, I believe that's out in yeah, I know it's there somewhere. Amsterdam? Might be Amsterdam. We'll see. Okay, let's see where we're at then. So let me go back to, the hell did I do there? Oh, okay. So, let me just plug this in. FGI fibers, capstone paper. Looks like I have it in. Why do I have it red? Confused. Was it because the numbers didn't save, or what the hell's going on? I'm totally confused now. That's the only thing I can think of that would be because this number should be at 2 for the tanks. No, I'm at boxes. What the hell did I do? Is that why I'm in general chemical? Hold on a sec. Okay, FGI fibers, which is right. I'm totally confused here. This is getting goofy. So what exactly? I'm not liking the looks of this. Escape. I don't know what I just hit. That. I thought I hit delete. Put in a put in a lock on. So I should 2 columns. Oh. Okay, now I can at least pop through here and see what's going on. So it's not exactly alphabetical order, so I really don't know what it is I'm trying to achieve here. But I had it red for some reason. I'm not a big fan of it makes it see everything that way? Yeah, I can. Perfect. Okay, that's what I want. Do I want to sort it? Do I? It would make my life a lot easier. Know what kind of order it's supposed to be in, quite honest. I'm just trying to figure out what the I'm a little confused by why it's red and I can't remember what the hell I did. So let me sort column B. Yeah, that should have brought everything else with it, I would imagine. Then I can start right at 84 lumber and work my way down. I should be able to anyways. So boxcar center beam. I want to do something else. Oh, you gotta be kidding me. Can I not? That's what I do, is get the guy over here. And then, if I can, care about the train so much as I want that. I'm not gonna get it, am I? I don't even know what the heck that's in. What is that? Oh, I know. I realize what that. How the hell did I lose that file in there? Kind of weird. There we go. Okay. Really don't care so much about the code as I do the other, but I gotta get this at least somewhat started here. So let me bring that up here. I'm gonna hide that for now. I just want to make sure it was at least somewhat visible. Okay, that's pretty close. In fact, I can overlap that a little. As long as I'm seeing what I need to see, and this is what I need to see, I want to make sure that everything else is matching. So I'm going to go through these one by one very quickly, hopefully. And I am. So, looks like I already have a, what did I call it? Upper Hudson? That Upper Hudson 8. So, I'll put that to Hudson. Just so we're uniform. Not saying that we're going to be, but we're going to try anyways. Okay, that's better. Why is the train length? There's half my problem right there. Alright, that's better. Now I can see the damn thing. Okay, let's try this again. See how far we can get to. 84 lumber. Tanks. Of course. Oh, okay, never mind. That's ones that have to be added, so that's fine. 768. 6 cement. It's empty. Bush Products has 1 box empty. Cycling has 1 gondola loading. FGI Fibers, now assuming because it's red, I honestly don't know why it's red. I'll take a look at the industry, but because it looks fine to me. Covered hopper, emptying. In fact, I'm gonna go transport to it just to take a look. FGI. Not sure. The only thing I can think of is possibly the train number. Let me just take a look at it. I'll transport to it. Oh, there. I don't know. Okay, so yeah, I want to go back to that. Okay. General Chemicals got 4 tanks. Loading has 2 cement hoppers, 1 covered hopper. Ding. Paper, that's the, oh, okay, that maybe that's the one right there. Something's wrong with that. I've got it as 2 box cars. Oh, okay, that's just weird. I don't know what I did there, but that's wrong. And I am looking at the right one. Let me going on E763, I would imagine. Go 2 box cars. E763. They are going to load. I'm gonna save that. The other scary thing is when things don't save. I've seen that happen. Great. The other one's kind of mixed up, but that's okay. 3 hoppers, box. Just going back to the food again. 3 first, 3 boxes. Okay, old. Through this, so that's good. Old Dominion's got 1 box loading. See, he's got 1 gondola. What the hell is that? Oh, that's transflow down there. I'll leave it. Tank. This is where I'm getting screwed up. And I don't know if it's because I'm sorting or because I'm going through and I'm not paying attention. I have 2 acid, 1 cement, 1 hopper, 2 tanks. I have that anywhere. I don't. Dang it. One. As well. Tank. Crap. Come on. Stubborn. Okay. Get that then. The 24, but anyways. Okay. Alright, back to sealed air. So what the hell's going on with this thing? I swear it's buggy. There should not be at 3 and 2. Cement hopper, 1 hopper. Emptying, but change it, which is possible. Air SI group is fortunately I'm hoping for a paper board. Are empty. Syracuse. See, this is already Transvolt done. To That's going down to 1. Emptying. Hopefully I got everything okay now. I'm just hoping. Okay. I don't know what the reds was all about, but we can... Should I open it up one more time? I think I should, just to be on the safe side. That looks... Okay, so I can go ahead and I can assume we're okay here now. I'm just wondering if it had something to do with B760. According to that, it doesn't. Okay, so I haven't hit... well, actually, let me do Selkirk. Want to do that first. And actually, I'm going to load up the simulator again. I basically I gotta trust it. I need to trust it first, so I might not have the numbers right away, but I've got to trust it. Just go into the extra here of the hub tower. All right. So, that being said, I want to deal with a quick look here. What that I still have to do? I'm gonna go far over here. Sub. I suppose I should do actually. I go down to 28. Yeah. Yeah. Lights are starting to come on. Good. Be freezing. So. I'm going to assume, I shouldn't assume actually, let me make sure that we're okay for some of the last ones that we had in there. was the so. So I can load up the Selkirk map and take a look at the industry and see what it's got for it, what it says, the layout is, and then decide I'm going to use. So you've got a loader slash unloader. Whatever you want to see. Just a storage yard on the other side. So loading for cements. Should check this an industrial switcher, but I'm not going to bother. So let me start with we'll go with a new industry. I don't care what track it is. Right? But it's only going to be capable of loading at or as close to the loaders as possible, so that's what that's all about. So from there, now it doesn't allow me to add it right. This is the interesting thing about this. I've edited the tracks. Whoops. I don't like that. I don't know why it would allow that. Okay. C711, I think, is the train for that. See, now it won't. This is the interesting thing about this. You go ahead and you do this. You have to. Oh, what the. For cement hoppers. Loading. So I added the industry. I just saved it. Every time I hit escape, it goes to that menu, and I'm wondering if that's possibly the issue. But anyways, I'll go through this again. See, in there, it's not in. Tags, you see, it's a two-step process now. And then it just, looks at you kind of funny. So basically, you can put blah blah and it wouldn't matter. But then you do this. Notice that time it doesn't go to the menu. I hit escape. So I don't know what that is. So let's see. I'm in here now. See, now it's there. Whatever. That time it didn't go. That time it escaped. But I didn't change anything, so it wouldn't have mattered. Something about the one escape. You hit save. Sometimes you hit escape and it doesn't want to do it. Whatever. I don't know. Okay. Let's go back over to in and around the yard area. Only 10:36. I may just be able to get this in. Thought we had Appleton Pay. Oh, we don't. Okay. First of all, let me green that one in. APP Appleton Papers. Load of one boxcar this time. And I'm okay, I'll put it on both of them. It doesn't matter to me. So we'll start off with the new industry. I'll go, instead of editing the track first, I'll try doing it this way. I don't know why it does that. You can try to do tab and it won't. You think it would allow you to do it, but it doesn't. So whatever. I forget what we're having here. It's just one boxcar loading. Yep. Okay, so now I'm going to edit the track. Well, since it does that one, that's okay. I like it like that. I'll F8 that. And we'll add this industry. I'll save it. Now, I should be able to hit escape here. That time I did. I don't know why it allows it to do it that time. I got a funny feeling because I had a post, if you do it in that order, you'll be fine. It didn't work though. So that isn't, okay. Again, we'll just have to go back in there and I'll have to do blah blah. Right now it's in. Kind of weird, you just have to do that little double thing. Whatever. That time it went back to, it's almost like I hit a double thing. I don't know what else you'd call it, or like to be. Okay. Doing pretty good. Whoa. So BOC gas is emptying one tank. C11. So what I think they might be finding out too the hard way is that I think it was is they may see it as they're entering it and thinking it's in, but then they go back and they're going to find that the tags are not there. But I don't know. That's how it's working for me. Filters, I don't use the filters, so if I did, perhaps it would do something different. I don't know, but I'm not worried. I know that works for me. See, when you go back into it, it's fine. What happens is it's getting corrupted. See, now it's there. It's fine. Okay. Oh, we had a Y1. Oh, we had a couple Y122s still to do. We got GE Plastics and we got GE Plastics and Owens Corning. Okay. This be it right there. GE Plastics General. Dual Corning. We're here. Honestly, I have no idea this place. Okay, so there's a yard and then there's the industries. Oh, that's Owens Corning. Okay, hold on. I didn't see it up there. Ah, I see it now. Okay. So it really doesn't say much other than there's a bunch of sightings and runarounds and stuff like that. As far as I know, Owens Corning is just probably going to be that. But we'll see. Two cements, 3 hoppers to empty. Okay, so I'll edit the tracks first. And I'm just going to put it right there. It's not even going to be on this little curve section. It's just going to be on the straight section. Corning. Owens Corning. OCX by 120. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to put that there, add the industry, save it. Because when I go back into it, now even though it shows it's there, as soon as you go to something else, boom, it's now it's locked on it because it's corrupted. It's corrupted in memory. It's locked on that industry and saying, you know, okay, something's wrong. 3 cement hoppers, I think it was, and 2 of the other. I'll have to check. I'll go with 2 and 3. Well, they're both going 60 seconds anyways. I forget if they're a loader or an empty. I think they're an emptier. That's my guess, but I'm not positive on that. Let's see. Let's see what we got. It's an emptier. Good. Oh, 3 of the hoppers, so I gotta switch those. So I will do that. That goes that way and that way. Now this could get overfilled, and it actually could mean the result of the yard switcher actually having a little of extra spotting duties. I'm kind of wanting to get into that potential, especially for the yard jobs around Selkirk, because it just gives them something to do. Anything I can give a little bit extra to do and not be too stressed out. It's not going to fit too many cars, just like the other industry down that Y. So Y122 will probably be the one of them. I think we may have some industry switchers as well coming up, especially at GE. But for now, I don't have them in place just for now. I'm going to be spotting them. So I'll save that. But that's going to be a ways away anyway. That's not going to happen until I get back from vacation. Until we start spotting kinds of things. Actually, well, first supply train's going to come through, and then we'll have to see what happens. Okay, so I assume this is okay now. Yep. And well, let's head on down to the other side. And this is all getting prepared for the 8 p.m. supply train. Actually, it's going to be a 7 p.m. supply train. So this is a storage yard. So that's good. Nice little Y here too. I like that. General Electric now. I believe this was the area. Yeah, this was the area where they started doing their loading. Or some of them can do their loading. Got some stuff here. Got some stuff over at the other end. Let me just take a look at the map and see what it says. But I got a pretty good idea how I want to do that. Doesn't say, but I am thinking it's going to be those 2 and those 2 tracks. Now let's just take a look and see what we've got. I can't remember where the hoppers went and where the tanks went. I can't remember. And I've seen it on screenshots before as well. To be honest, it ain't gonna matter because it's gonna be one industry anyway. So whatever, I will just place them. But in honesty, I think it's supposed to be one in the other. But we'll, you know, I'm just gonna place enough. You know, 7 hoppers, 7 tanks. That's quite a bit. That should get a pretty good supply coming for it, I would think. Well, we would hope anyways, but no guarantees with anything. But let's try it. Question is, do I want to keep it as close as I can to the loading bar thingies? I kind of do, you know. Despite the fact that there's, you know, there's certainly room to. I really. So, but anyways, let's just add the industry here. I'm just going to call it General Electric. Figure out the rest later. So GE Plastics, GEX, GE Plastics. Oh, let's see what else we got. I know there's 7s. Ding. 122. Then edit the tracks. Oh yeah, see, we've got all kinds of room anyways, but the good part there is on this track it maybe I'll just put it on. I don't know. Who knows? Let's just have it. Well, I'm not a big fan of that, but actually, you know something? I'll just keep it right near the bay, the little thingies. And hopefully we'll spot them there, but if we don't, it's not the end of the world. And I will bring it around this way just so that nice little screenshot there. So basically this is the ultimate spotting area, but because the yard, it'll be switching in between, but that'll be the loading area. Now I'm not too sure if I'm going to do a 60. I've been thinking about this one. In fact, that makes me start wondering about the other one too. Now that I'm now that I'm thinking about that, I may switch the other one over to 18 as well. In fact, I might be switching a lot of them that way. I'll have to see how. I'm gonna see how things, how things come through, and if I find, it's taking too long, and things are building up, then I'll start decreasing the values. For now, I'm gonna let it go, just because of the random nature of everything. I'm gonna let it go. So I'll put this in here for now as a holder. I'll add the industry, save it. Yeah, do that. We're at 10:54 p.m. I really want to get the rest of this done. How many more industries do we got? Got 5. Really bad. Yeah. A few others. I'm gonna save the Albany Industries till tomorrow night. And before I do that, of course, I want to make sure I got the general stuff in. Seven hoppers, 7 tanks that are emptying. So now I go back to this. 7 tanks. And again, I'm not 100% sure on this. Here's the issue, and I can talk about this. This will change a lot more once RTS is activated again. The reason why this becomes an issue, and I'll close this out with these thoughts tonight. I'm supposed to be emptying right now. I don't know what the hell I'm supposed to be doing now. I can't. No, I'm loading. I think I'm loading. Come on. Sometimes it wants to go, and other times it just doesn't. I don't know what makes that. But okay, let me just take a quick look through here, and I'll finish my thought where I was. I want to make sure that they're loading. Seven of each loading, supposedly. Let me get out of there. I never checked it again, but hopefully it's open. So, anyways, oh, it's emptying. Did I do that right? I probably did. Fix. Come on. And just go into it, or don't care. Don't even have to go to the industry axis. This gives me a chance to see everything too. It is emptying. Double check if I got. Yes. Okay, good. Now you can go. So, anyways, going back to this whole thing, we're in good shape. We're down to the 5 industries. No, I closed the simulator again too. I'm going to give you an example. I want to give an example. I'll show you what I mean. What's happening. First of all, I'll show you the list. The totals that you see here, and I believe that is a working sum. N2 to U34, that should be right, is at 115. That was adjusted to give the trains a fighting chance. So what happens is the supply train, and I'll give you an example here. Now, of course, we still have 5 industries to go. But this is what, if those 5 industries were not included, this is how it would look. And I could go, it doesn't matter if I'm going world whatever, because it's going to have the same industries and traffic files. So I never knew the hills over there. That's the first time well, I shouldn't say that's the first time I know it's there. But anyways. So under AF, yeah, not AI traffic generation. Yeah. Never mind, I was right. Port sub. So we've got we're calling that supply. I gotta change that. It's not called supply anymore. It is. This train is symboled. Runs as a supply. That's B765. It's the symbol. It's another P. So B765 is the symbol for that train. And at the moment, it is going to basically pick up any particular engine that we can find. I don't want that. I don't want the 2Ts or the 45-2s. All I want is a supply train that has SD40s and 40s on it. As far as road names go, I can change this along the way, but honestly, I don't. I would rather have the CSX Heritage type stuff in there. So SP, no. BNSF, no. ATSF, no. B&O, yes. I don't think there's, yeah, I didn't think there's, I was really, I know there's a UPGP40-2. I want that. I want to bring that one in. I want to use the, I'd love to use the, actually, yeah, I wouldn't mind using the Chesy. Sesquina would be nice to but anyways, I'm thinking of the but anyways, forget UP. Now, I'll put BO. This is your Chesy unit. CSX, CSXT. Oh, I'm thinking Seaboard. I'm really thinking Seaboard. Because Seaboard Coast. Yeah, that got ate up by CSX. So yeah, you know, I haven't really done that with most of my other trains, have I? Can I see something for a second? No, that's why. Okay, well, so we'll keep CSX, Conrail, BO, Seaboard. I know Florida East Coast isn't one. That's got its own still. Ate up yet. So that yeah, not doing the whatchamacallit. Okay, that does everything. So that is going to be the train. So I'm going to spawn this train. I'll show you. Of course, just spawning this train will not give me a switch list, which is annoying, because I want one. But that's okay. Wow. Smoggy, foggy, whatever the hell day it is here. Go over to the port sub and see what this spawned for us. What we got? Oh boy. Oh, that's cute. It spawned all CSX engines and they're all facing the same way? Are you kidding me? Interesting. Wow, it's a lot of poppers. Okay. Oh, we're still doing a stupid caboose on these things. I gotta get those out of there too. Here, I'll do that right now while I'm still remembering. Wrong one. So, I'll get the cabooses out of there. We got enough cabooses now. I don't even know if I'm going to use any of them, to be quite honest. So, the reason why I wanted to show you this is how things, you know, wind up being built, let's say. You'll notice that it'll do all the loads, it'll do all the empties. I don't know if it gives up on itself yet, or what the hell exactly it does. It gets to the empties, and then it, well, it looks like it gets to the yards. It tries to spread it out as far as I can tell, as evenly as it can, but put the tagger in here. Actually, I want to get away. It's too loud for my liking. Okay, so now I'm going to run a little bit of an experiment. Now, this isn't the final one anyways, but just to see where we're at, not the mainline industries. Okay. What it's sorting that again by is the actual train it's on, which means I have to go in there's the industry switcher one. Okay. No, I didn't want to do that. That one I don't want to do. Okay. That I want to do. It was already there, apparently. Yeah, whatever. Okay, so I've already sorted the others. I'm not too sure how the rest sorts, but oh, I know how it sorts. So I'm going. Ooh. Okay, let's sort this by. That's not how I want to sort it. So I'm going to sort this by empty and get out of there. Go the other way. Not the way I wanted you. Anyway. Oh, there we go. Wow, we don't have much doing loads, do we? Oh, I'm sorry. Because it's loading, it has to be empties. So, if that makes a hell of a lot of sense. Probably doesn't, but... So, we've sorted it by empties and loads, and now we have an issue because something screwed up. Oh, this thing's all... This thing went all goofy on us. Okay, here. Get over here. Why did it do part of that for some stupid reason? I didn't even think it was... Okay. Okay, so anyways, let me delete this whole string right here. All that is a formula counting it. We were at 100 and something, so anyways, we don't need that. So let me sort this. That's not how I wanted to sort it. I want to sort this first like that. Okay, and then the first ones it always puts is ADM, so I think it goes in order of the code, but I'm not 100% sure on that. And I forget how I have to do that. I think I have to go code first, then I have to go sort it by that. So it does try to put an 84 lumber load in there at the front, but that isn't right either. I gotta do this again. I want to sort it by one, sort it by the other, and sort it by the other. So, okay, I sorted it by this. Now I want to sort it by train. Then I want to sort it by that. And I think that will give you... Yeah, see? Now it's sorting the train. That's how it should sort. Well, we'll see if that's right or not, but anyways. I'm going to hide this again. So now we get to take a look at how close we are at it. And again, this is their random number generator. I've said enough about it, but you know. So it went from 757, then it went all the way down to 768. The ones it skipped. Here's the issue that happens, and it looks like when you put all those numbers together, we got 115 of them right now. If you're looking at an average of an 80 car train, okay, and you take a look at, you know, well, we got a 70 car train, so it's even tougher. What makes it very difficult is ADM's getting what it wants basically because of the odds. The odds are because people think, well, you know, you have a 1 in a million odds of winning or winning the lottery. Well, that's the jackpot. And buying a second ticket only adds the same odd, really. So your odds don't really increase. What does start exponentially increasing is the odds of you winning something. Because now you're playing into a different set of odds that become more exponential. So if you're at a slot machine and you have the opportunity of putting in 5 coins to get 5 lines, if you know what I'm talking about with slot machines, it's not so much that you're increasing your odds of getting the high or the jackpot. And I don't even know if you can get the jackpot without playing 5 lines in some. They actually have to play maximum. But my point is, the reason why you do 5 lines, even though it only takes 1 line to win, in theory it does, is because you're increasing not only the chance that you're going to get it on the line, but now you're increasing your odds because of how everything randomizes itself out. ADM is calling for 7. It actually gave ADM 9, I think. Now, again, this random number generator is not my favorite. It's not a proper random number generator. It's because it's sequentially, and I've said this before, I'll say it again, just for those of you who don't know what the hell I'm talking about, and I'm not trying to be a broken record for Run8, but this is what it does when you're not seeding the random number generator. It doesn't always. You'll find patterns will start emerging. Here's a bad example. You won't see the pattern here. You'll see the pattern more so when you're using, if you are using the AI generators, for example, for generating your trains, which I no longer do because it was just becoming absolutely ridiculous, where you had a 1-to-1 odd, you were seeing patterns. And the patterns were starting to form because it was just not, the odds of one coming up over another were more because of the way the timing was. It has to do with programming. So let's just look at this here and I'll explain why. We jump to 84 lumber, so we go all the way down to here. This one, I'm not sure about that though. Oh, I'm sorry. We haven't added those industries yet. So we've got a lot to do. So yeah, I'm trying to explain something and it's not even there. So FGI Fibers called for 1. It didn't do it 1. It did give us an 84 lumber center flat beam. So that's fine. And then we keep going. BCC. BCC, it only did 3 of the 6. That just, that's just the way it was. Random. It happens. Then we go all the way down to, but notice how this is where I wanted to point it out. Notice how it goes all the way from the Blue Circle Cement 2-bay hoppers for 3. It goes all the way to Bush Products on B7. B7. Sorry, it doesn't go to Bush Products. It goes all the way to SPB. Which is interesting. Actually, that's very interesting. And I gotta look into that. But it could, that's very interesting. And I'm not too sure if it's somehow it's the way it's calling, or if there's too many numbers going into it, or too many possibilities. But it just avoided, or at least decided not to call anything up to like Whoosh. There's 1, 2, Syracuse Packaging was another one. Transflow. That's a little surprising. And I'm just trying to think if there's any other ones in there. I don't see any other one. But it jumped quite a bit from there. So now, BOC Gas, that's fine. Gelderland Cement. Gelder Cement had 1 acid tank. It didn't do anything else. McCain Food, it did... no, McCain Food did 4 reefers in 1 box, which, it's okay. Zach had 1 covered hopper. Didn't have anything for SI Group. SQP. SQP had 1 boxcar. Matt Brewery had 2 covered hoppers, which is good. Fine. That's actually what it normally gets, but I had to reduce the limit. Now keep in mind, there's going to be 3 of these for every switch, so. MCB had a boxcar and 3, which is basically what it's looking for. Sovina had 1 tank car. GE Plastics. Now here's where it gets interesting. GE Plastics had 5 covered hoppers, 4 tank cars. So a little bit under, which is okay. This isn't looking too bad at the moment. But there was a lot that was skipped there, and I gotta look into why that is. If that was a random thing or if that's a pattern. Because there could be also some type of programming thing where if it has too many choices, it skips a bunch, which is possible. But I don't know. But I need to find out, or else we're gonna have industry or different industries and never get calls. Okay, so that's the end of the empties. Owens Corning, RJ Kamen. Don't do anything else, and then we go into. It looks as though. Okay, well, hold on a second here. Now I think I see an issue. Do I? Oh no, there's Capstone right there. like, huh? Never mind. So 2 called for 3 boxcars. B768 flow, didn't we have that on another one? Okay, so transflow. I gotta take a look at this one here. Because I don't think I didn't do that right, apparently. Because they ended up, so that could explain a little bit why we at least transflow. So that explains. So remember where I said it skipped a bunch, and I wondered why did it skip why did it skip transflow? There's your reason. So far it's doing what it's programmed to do, but the point that I wanted to get at is those ones that are calling for single ones have a tendency of not performing as much. I wanted to be clear on that. So capstone flow only called for 1, which is interesting though, but that's okay. I'll double check this again, but it has 1 car back there for emptying, so these are which should have been the other way around for loading. It's actually set up for. ACY is another one. Something's wrong there too. Or no, I'm back. Never mind. There we go. So we're back to where we're supposed to be. Okay, so ACY 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15 for Allied Chemical. So once again, when you have a number, and I already reduced these, by the way. I reduced this by quite a bit to get these numbers down. I believe what I did was I rounded up. See, I rounded up everything and then divided it by 3. So in reality, there's about, you know, it was supposed to be much more than that, but you know, I wound up asking for that much, and the way I did the formula too, because I just realized I changed that was different than the formula. So I think all the numbers should be the same. I'll have to double check that, but yeah, anyway, it is what it is. Let's see. General Chemicals calling for 4. We got 3. I don't know what the hell that is. Something for acid tank car. I don't know what that's supposed to be. It's going. Oh, I want to see what the hell C711. C711. I don't even know what the hell that is. I have a code called C711. Really? Is it Lehigh Cement? I don't even know what the hell that's supposed to be. I don't see any C711s. Except, not even BOC Gas has one. What the hell did I have that I only got 3 in C711, so I don't know what that is. Wow, it's 11:25. Well, so much being shorter. I won't spend too much time on it. Then we got our okay, Owens Corning is another one here. Y went to Y I'm a little confused on that one. It went from R. Okay, so this one's screwed up as well. I see why now. Owens Corning? No, Owens Corning, this one. So I was wondering why it skipped me, but GE Plastics, and then it just kind of fizzled after that. Never went down to Owens Corning. So that one's. So this is a good way of double checking to see if everything's okay. Of course, I missed it because I was double checking it, but. Okay, on, and then we got to find out what the hell that C711 is. But anyways, so now back to. Okay, so that's it right there. So that one did a Colt gondola. It did a gondola. So occasionally it will do it, but the odds of it showing up for even the one is it becomes much more difficult now. So the odds of actually getting what you would get or what you should get diminishes, especially when you're smaller. And the more industries you add, you just complicate things. So I'm not too worried about not having every industry in because I want to make sure I got the industries that are getting served. But you know, I could, if I could, I could add one, and here's how I would like to do it. I would much prefer it basically being able to, how would you say it? Basically being able to coming in off of manifest trains as opposed to I don't know, I lost my train of thought here. Obviously it's getting late for me, so let me go into. No, I don't want to do that. Control I. Let me first of all, let me see what the hell I did with I have a C711. There it is right there. Oh, it is BOC. Why do I have it as acid tanks? Isn't that interesting? There's one of my, that's one of my, the ones that I guess I never saved properly. Owens Corning did that too? Well, wait. Hold on a second. No, it didn't. Or did it? Yeah, it did. Okay. Now I gotta go back into BOC gas, wherever the hell that is. Supposed to be one tank. Not that, whatever the hell. Yeah, it's doing a lot of weird things. And that I don't necessarily trust either. I put it in as C711, which was all screwed up to begin with, but that's not the industry tag. Should have been there. Put that in. C. So transflow. First of all, I gotta see which ones I got. I got flow and Owens Corning was the other one that got screwed up. That's why. Owens Corning should have had 2 cements and 3 hoppers, and I thought I had that set up. I could have swore I saved it. Feels like I've been here a few times too. Well, the good thing is I can keep testing this until it makes sense, right? Of course, that just changes my random sample. But, you know, it is what it is. Okay. Let's see what BOC gas, did I change that? I hope I did. Yeah. Supposedly. Okay, so that's fixed, or supposedly. Transflow's the other one that's goofy for some reason. I think that's another one that got screwed up. Okay, so transflow, see that, you know, and I looked at that damn transflow so many times. 2112. How many times did I look at that? And I know I did. This is what really is starting to bug me about this thing. It's like these things are corrupting, like there's a memory bug or something. Because I looked at it like 5 times. This thing is... Oh, man. Like, I've already been there. Where did it pick up this 4? And which ones is it sorting out, too? That's what I want to know, is where did it get that 4 from? There's General Chemical. There's something going on the way it's sorting, I think, when it's adding stuff to the record. Like, there's something seriously wrong with this. And those that are saying that there's not an issue with it, they really got to take a look at what they're doing. Because this thing is buggy as hell. I don't know what happened to it. It never was doing this before, but you gotta really watch out, especially when you're adding new industries, because everything suddenly changes. I know there's a list you can do with this thing. So it's something the way it's. I think it's because it's sorting it, and it's not. And when it sorts it, it loses its key, which is a programming term, and then it loses it. But I did this. I swear I did this multiple times now. So Owens Corning, yeah, was it Owens Corning? No, Transflow. Transflow B768. Now it's called something else because I didn't change it, and I don't want to change it now. This one right here. So this got mixed up with something else, or sorted out as something else. Hopefully it was only one thing that got sorted or got replaced by it. So 2 acid. Jesus, Murphy. Of course, we want to empty. I may have to go through each and every one of these once again, which is a pain in the ass. It really is. There might be multiple bugs in this thing. I don't know. I honestly do not know. Should not be doing cement hop. And you know, they'll fix it. They always do. Nothing. I'm not on the support of Run8 or anything like that. It's in the ass. That's all there is to it. Got better time. Yeah, I actually want to get ready for vacation and go get some rest and do other things. I don't want to be sitting around with this. But nobody, I swear, nobody pushes the system as much as we do. Or as maybe even I do. I don't know. Does anybody push it this hard? It's not like I'm taking it out of its limits. I'm just adding data. You know? Shouldn't be, it should not be that big of a deal. Okay, so I'm going to save that for now. And then let's hope that that just fixed itself. I didn't add any more industries, so I'm hoping. So let's generate, I don't even know if generating another train will work. Oh crap, did I even save that? It says I did, but now see, it's there, right? So save. I'm just looking for something that catches my eye. Everything else looks pretty good, so let me go ahead and generate another train. I don't know if I have to exit the program, and you know something, to be quite honest, I think I'm going to exit it anyways. And then I'm going to go back into it. Because where it says it's saved could be memory. There's all kinds of goofy little things with that too sometimes. I've seen that before. Not always. I mean, they all do different things, but let's see what we got now. Go to the industries and see what it looks like. There's transflow. That looks right now. It's the adding the industries that screws this up for some reason. And Selkirk Auto Terminal, is that still in here? Okay, that's right. Never mind. Okay. Good. Very nice. Give me a train. Nope. Yep. Amsterdam. Go back to the port sub. My mixed freight. Something to change it. I already did it. What was weird is that it only gave me CSX engines last time, which I thought was kind of strange, but let's see what it does for this one. Oh, CSX. I think we're going to Chesney in the lead. Okay. Ooh. Well, that's a... Let's see what I mean by patterns. This is the pattern thing. Now, mind you, those could be preset patterns. I don't know. certain engines do have patterns because you'd want certain types together and all that other stuff, so. Nice little set. GP and then an SD and then if I can't have the Siskmina, I could always go with a blue Conrail. Good. Okay. I'm gonna CSX the top it all off. Okay, so I'm gonna hit tagger. Fly over here somewhere. Then we will see how this one looks. So everything should be the same. Or shouldn't be the same, but... So ADM's now calling for 4. FGI Fibers is calling. 84 Lumber. Went for 2 boxcars this time as opposed to a box and a flat. Oh, whoa, wait a minute. No, it didn't. Whoa. 84 Lumber went nuts. You know, I just gotta. I just have to see what's... Wow! Hey, it just went nuts. It's allowed. I don't mind a little nutty things once in a while. Oh, I went to the wrong side. Okay. Okay. Well, jeez. Isn't that thing special? That's got a 90 car train. That's interesting too. Okay. Cement. Up for 5. I'm liking it so far. Okay, so now it goes to flow again. So it went down here. Okay, perfect. That's where it's supposed to be. Only calling for a tank and an acid. Which is the higher probability one, so okay. So it didn't do anything for Bush, which is calling for 1. Not a big deal. We're used to that. Syracuse Packaging, it called for 1 covered hopper. What's that? APP. Okay. Ah, crap. Screw up one. We think. Which I'll do it. It's going to this tank car crap again. Why would Appleton Paper have tank cars? See, that industry got screwed up too. Man. I'm just gonna have to go through all of them and see what happens later on, but my god. That's just freaking annoying. Like I got it. Basically, I have to add the rest of industries, and then you gotta really watch yourself. There is a lot of bugs. And the funny thing is, Train Sim's like, oh yeah, everything's, well, you know, the guy who replied to me, and I'm not trying to make light of it, but I get one reply and saying that everything's fine, whereas Smiley over here said I only get one reply, but he said no, I experienced the same thing. The point of the matter is I don't get much feedback, so there's not. Well, then again, it's Train Sim, so go figure. Who knows what's happening on the depot if they're talking about it or what? But I never know. Okay, so where are we at here? So SPB was the last one. Did we somehow miss BOC again? Or did it just miss? Okay, I'm not going to worry about this. Gilderland Cement came next. It only called for one 2-bay hopper, cement hopper. MCF, one box and two reefers, sorry. Sack had a 2-bay and a covered. Is what it calls for anyway. So let's SIG 3-box car, or no, 3 tank cars. Right, one more than it wants, but that's okay. Oversupply is fine, and you know there's going to be some. Here I don't mind if something gets goofy and it gets more patterny. I could take patterns with this. The only thing I miss with this is, well, I'll get to that in a minute. I'll finish this up and I'll mention my thought. Hope. Hey, there's Matt Brewery. Hopper. Beverages. Only one box car. Interesting. That's suspect. I think. So it's down to 3. GE's got 6 of. Oh, wait a minute. There's the rest of them. I was laughing at it because I thought it didn't have the rest, but it did. I did that last time too. So GE's really filling out its demand pretty good. Owen's coring 2 cement, 3 hoppers. Give or take. RJ Carmen didn't have any. Capstone paper, 4 box cars. Okay, so it's doubled. Allied Chemical. I think there's about 16 there. Yeah, you know. And you know, no, it's 15. And that's really that kind, you know, that kind of unpredictability is something I really like out of this program. As long as it's not patterny. You know, if it just all of a sudden it calls it the same all the time, the same way. The good thing about, at least from what I can tell, is because I'm the one that has to hit the generate button on the train, it at least randomizes that part. When the randomization, though, is sequential, where it's something at the beginning of a program and you launch it and it launches a series of codes or goes through a file and generates a bunch of random numbers, that becomes less random and more patterny. Or if you have a series of random number calls within a series, then it becomes more patterny, which there is some evidence of some patterns here. I can't say too much other than, you know, what I see. So Appleton paper, I'll have to check that one out. I'll leave that just with the red flag. Lehigh's got in there now with their box cut. What is up with this thing? Is this thing losing its mind? Like, really? It's 11:51. I really don't want to go through all this again. I'm gonna have to eventually anyways, but why is Lehigh suddenly... This is another one I added. It's calling for boxcars. First of all, Appleton paper. Let's see what's going up there. Okay, that one I understand. No, see that this is where it got screwed up. Or did it? I don't know. Okay, Appleton paper. I'll just put it up right there. I might as well fix Lehigh since I'm here. Hey, he. Supposed to be 4 cement up to here. I'm gonna try one more thing. Getting late, but that won't be much longer. Okay. Ah, crap. I didn't mean to do that. Give me that. No, I want to see if there was another little file thing I could do. I think there is. Well, maybe not. Oh. File written. I want to see that for a second. Let's see if I can compare notes to this. Maybe I can, maybe I can't. I don't know, but I'm sure as hell going to try. What the hell? What is that? Capacity produces empties. What exactly am I looking at here? I mean seriously, look at these outgoing tags. What is that? Oh. This is just a weird looking thing. You know, I was gonna go through that, but that thing looks scary. That should have loaded up. Why did it have a hard time with that? See it again. No, there shouldn't be any other. I don't know. I'm not gonna waste my time on that tonight then. Um, so I was gonna get into something else, and I'm just trying to think because, of course, I had a thought at the time, and then I lost my train of thought. Unfortunately, I can't remember what that was. Um, that kind of blew my mind for a minute there. Let me see here. Let me just go into the sim and see if that rings a bell, but it probably won't. I'm way off over here somewhere. Um, yeah, I know I was saying, man, I wish, I hate that. I should have, I just stopped and I should have done my thought. Something there, but obviously I'm getting tired then because I'm train of thoughts. So, um, I'm just trying to think now if I can come up with whatever the hell it was. I can't remember. But the way yeah, as far as the industries, I know I was talking about how um I'm not sure how many people actually. Well, yeah, I was talking about the forums and all that other stuff. So there might be other people who've gone this, and this might be known a couple of the known issues, which is not a big deal. They work these things out all the time. Um, from where our RTS is right now. Um, oh, this is what I wanted to do. Thank you, thank you, brain. You're still semi awake. What I want to eventually be able to, and this is the key, and I'm gonna end this in 5 minutes. I'm just gonna end it with this. What I eventually want to be able to do is have it so that, and I touched light on this, well, 10 minutes ago I was going to, but I touched light on this the other night too. The reason why I had to reduce some of the capacities and play a law of averages is because I only have um, a, the supply trains come the way it's set up right now, non RTS, and using their system, which is perfectly fine. I would rather use their system as much as I possibly can until I can't anymore. And what I want to be able to do, like what it does right now, when it does a supply train like this, it has no consideration as to where it came from. It can generate anywhere on the route. So that means you may have lumber. My example has always been in California. When you would see loads and empties of lumber coming in on a train, that that basically is coming in or out of Vancouver, Washington. Now, mind you, um, what you would see there was a lot of bridge traffic. You see this right now with bridge traffic, actually. Bridge traffic, I have no control over unless I decide that I want to regulate that as well, which I don't right now. That's not a priority. My priority was going to be the supply trains, how they supply the industries. Like how the AI works for the most part. I would say I don't like the scheduling, but I'm okay with the manual scheduling as the way it is. As long as I can work around it and do my own thing, there's nothing stopping me from doing it. It's just a little bit of an inconvenience, not a big deal. The bugs with the industries right now, pain in the ass. Going to take some double checking. I believe what's happening is some people are adding industries and thinking that everything's okay. But then if they go back and add more industries at a later time and things get sorted differently, they're going to find that things are messed up. That's what I'm thinking. Um, the reason why I take Smiley at his word is because I know Smiley's doing a lot of work on Selkirk as well. Now, I don't think it's Selkirk related. I highly doubt it. I can't say for certain. No, it isn't. This has nothing to do with the route. It just so happens that we're the two right now that are using the industry system to its full. I'm not too sure how Mike's doing with California. If he encountered the same issues, I'm not 100% sure if he's using the industries. I think he is, but he may have had them in place before the latest addition to version 2. In fact, I think he already did. I'm not 100% sure of Tom if he's even using the industries to tag. I think he's still doing manual tags. Um, so myself and Smiley, from an RTS perspective, are the only ones who are actually trying to use that we know of that are trying to use the system as the system that's come with Run 8 version 2 as much as possible. Now I've gone through a scheduling system, as I said, because I don't like the scheduling system. It's not what they originally shown in a screenshot. And yes, screenshots are subject to change, but what they were going, I like the route going. They were going to a TD3 style scheduling system. I prefer a TD. Roll your horrible random number generator dice and get a patterns of trains galore. It's garbage, but that's why I don't use it. It's bad enough when it's making up certain trains. I've already seen some oddball things, but I don't mind it with the industry supply trains. I don't mind to see those sudden bursts. The issue right now and what's going to push me towards developing RTS, and it's not going to happen until later this summer, early next fall. And I'm not too sure how Ski's doing with his schedule and job. We'll see. I'm going to probably let him go for the summer, and because he has other priorities right now, and I don't think Run 8. One, he's got a lot of work, and he has other hobbies in the summer and all that other stuff. He doesn't want to be cooped up programming. He's got enough doing that at his own job. I'm sure he doesn't feel like programming. I know that feeling. Um, when you're cooped up in a job or whatever, and you're basically home and you're trying to enjoy yourself, you don't want to be doing the same thing you'd be doing at work all day. So, um, that for me, it sounds like that's something I'm going to have to tackle um, later this summer, early next fall. And I believe Tom's looking forward to it. I think Mike's looking forward to it. I'm sure Smiley will benefit from it as well, and others. I think it's something that's going to be needed. Until then, who knows? Maybe Run 8 will come up with another update. They'll fix a few bugs. Maybe they'll add a few new things. Maybe they'll add some of the editors, all the other stuff. We'll see. Um, I'm not holding my breath, and that's okay because they've done more than what I expected, despite what I like and don't like. I'm very happy with the program. I had a lot of fun last night. I've been having a lot of fun with all the sessions. But the way I want to do this, and I didn't get it, I beat around the bush. Sorry. The way that I want to do it is a lot different than just running a supply train out of one location like we're doing right now. This is just a minor thing. As I said before, the disadvantage of this, and you've seen it through, because you're pooling basically your entire industries of all the route into one supply train and trying to fit it into the random constraints, compressed as it is, of supply trains. You can generate as many supply trains as you want. You're still dealing with the random numbers and you're still dealing with odds. And the higher the numbers, the bigger opportunity it is for those numbers to potentially overproduce. And it is also a bigger possibility for the lower numbers to underproduce as they never get called. Sometimes they will, and sometimes they will be very surprising. See, you saw a couple examples tonight. How to better do it is how the railroads do it, and that is, I don't know which trains switch Utica. I do know the ones that switch Syracuse. That being said, we're not using the Selkirk hump right now. However, there are trains that are generated at Selkirk. The reason why I do not use supply trains at Selkirk is because you either have the supply train or you have a randomly generated tags. I can't use the random generally tags because they will not, the tags for a through train is what I'm saying. In other words, it doesn't use the industries, it just picks a bunch of tags. I can't use those because it has no bearing on demand. You can't marry the two, or you can have a combination of the two. You have to either have this or that. That's something I've never really liked about version two's industry system as opposed to RTS, because what we used to do in version 1 of RTS is we would have bridge traffic combined with local traffic in the same trains. I want to get back to that, especially with the manifests. I'm not so worried about the hump so much, but I know others can use it uh, for their own, because what we were doing in California was we switch it over for bridge traffic, switch hump, switch bridge traffic. Well, that's great and all, um, but it was unrealistic. I'd say if it goes onto a bunch of tracks and then gets humped, that's not so bad. Selkirk has that potential. It has enough tracks. Some of the stuff that's coming for Florida even has more potential because it has all kinds of tracks, despite the warnings that they have said of not filling up all the tracks, which is understandable, but I wouldn't be filling. We had a virtual hump concept that was working. It would work again. So I got no problems with the hump side, but for now, I'm not worried even about the hump. All I want to do is get the generated manifest trains that either come from wherever, actually. Doesn't matter. Well, I shouldn't say that. If they're coming into Selkirk from the east, I could care less, because all they're doing is running for about 10 minutes and creating more dispatching that I really is going to make much of a difference, considering the fact that we already have a bottleneck in Selkirk a lot of times anyway. So we got enough of a bottleneck there. I don't need to become a full-time dispatcher while I'm running a server. Because I have other things. No, I'll avoid that. What I want is the trains that either spawn out of Buffalo or Selkirk, Q600 and Q300 series trains, or the westbounds the westbounds that spawn out of Selkirk, Q300 series, Q600 series, as well as the eastbounds that spawn out of Buffalo, Q300, Q600 series. Those trains I want to eventually be assigned to the waybill system of what you may have been used to seeing in RTS version 1. What will happen is I will use the industry system as it's at right now as far as tagging, but I will go back to RTS in generating these trains. And what will happen, hopefully I'll be able to survey Selkirk, or at least if it's not that track, at least I'll find a track. The only disadvantage of it is those trains I can't just hit the shift F2 and spawn an AI train like I can right now. Those trains I will have to physically go in there and spawn. Now the good thing about that is in a place like Selkirk, I may be able to get away with staging at various departure tracks. If I can survey enough tracks and they work, I may be able to assign departure tracks for those particular trains, have the power all set up for them, have all the supply cars set up for them, have the remainder of the bridge traffic, and then depending upon what switches Utica or South Schenectady on the way. South Schenectady, I don't think is going to be switched by that train. Utica will probably be the one, if any, and I'm not too sure how many is going to switch Utica. And quite frankly, it doesn't matter because Utica doesn't matter so much. Utica has, at this point right now, we're only using 3 industries out of both Utica and Rome, anyways. So that could still potentially be on one westbound. For example, the Messina train that comes out of Syracuse, it could pick it up at Syracuse. Cars at Syracuse bring them over east, or it could take the other way. If it's coming from the east, it could take the Messina bound train, pick up its cars, and then drop them off at Syracuse again, going the other way, or it heads down the St. Lawrence sub. I want to get the St. Lawrence sub. I want to get the Messina train. That's the other thing too. I wish it has spawn location on the St. Lawrence sub. And we got the CP line. I want to generate trains on those. Even the if I can do the as crazy as it sounds, I may actually start looking into. I mean, really, I could create spawns of anything. I could easily put in spawns for those CP trains and have them call up. Not a big deal. I just don't know if I really want to go through the trouble. I don't want to add more work until I got a good flow of how things are going. And for right now, for all intents and purposes, it's myself, Jerry are the main players. And then we have, others who will come in. I can mention names or whatever. It doesn't really matter. As far as the various names. There are regulars who come in at whatever times they can, but they're not there all the time. So that's great. I mean, you only can do what you can do, and appreciate anybody who's coming out to the server and enjoying themselves. But what I mean by that is until we have established a lot of dependable operators, even if one's on one night and one's on another, I can see a flow happening that I know that there are people to run locals more. then I could get into considering some of the other advanced things. But at this point, I really can't. So that's why I just wanted to mention that's coming. That's something that's in the back of my mind. That's something I will think about on this trip a little bit. Despite the fact I'm going to be off the grid, I will have plenty of time to think. 2 weeks, especially on a long westbound and east. Um, RTS is going to keep going. My server is going to keep going. That's not changing. I have no intention of giving up the server. I actually am enjoying it. Considering the fact that I keep on developing for it. Good sign. I'm getting stressed out or thing like that. It's comfortable right now. It's not overly taxing like California. I actually have no interest right now in being on other servers, despite an interest a while ago where I wanted to be on other servers. That's kind of dissipated. I'm really become more dedicated to get this thing done. I have to, yeah, I have to go to bed. One thing. So, anyways, but I gotta get a few things going as well. Hopefully, I'll wind up the industries tomorrow night, double check them, and maybe do a couple trial spawns. Be back on Wednesday. After that, I have about a week to do final preparations. So I will have a session Wednesday, I'll have a session Sunday, and I will have a session on following Wednesday before I go away Thursday night. So I will have that Wednesday session. Uh, I'll probably not be doing too much. I'll probably be getting some last minute preparations, but I will run that session. When I come back, I don't think I'll be running a Sunday session, so it's probably going to be likely a 3 week layoff from not this Wednesday coming up, this Wednesday, but the next Wednesday. It'll probably be a 3 week layoff towards the end of July. So the last week of July, Wednesday, second last week, I think. Anyways, I'm rambling, so I'm gonna end this now. But that's all I gotta say about that. Sorry went longer than I expected, but at least we got some stuff accomplished and more double checking and bugs, but that's okay. We're getting there, so hopefully we'll finish this up tomorrow night. I'll probably be on for I'll probably be on tomorrow night. If I'm not on tomorrow night, I still have time, so if I'm not here, don't panic. I might get distracted and do something else for a change, but I will definitely be on the session Wednesday live stream. So see you then.